Joined by head coach Marty Favret from Hampden-Sydney football. They were picked number 2 in this year's ODAC preseason poll. Coach, last year, this is your 22nd season coming in here. So last season, obviously very different from any one of your previous campaigns. Talk a little bit about what it was like to play and be competitive in that spring campaign, the first one we've ever had in ODAC history.
Well, JJ, first of all, I guess a shout out, to the teams in our league that were able to pull it together. I think we were all sitting there in January thinking that getting a 5-game schedule was probably not going to happen. So,
right.
The student athletes made sacrifices, the coaches adapted, and, for us and, the 23 seniors I had, for them to have a chance to finish with some sense of success is something I think they'll never forget. So, it gets lost now as we move ahead, but it was a trying situation, but one that I thought, here at Hampden-Sydney, our guys really responded.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I think we saw a lot of that throughout the conference. And then I think one of the interesting pieces about it, as we go ahead and move into quote unquote a more normal preseason, if you will, here in the fall, is that it wasn't that long ago that you were playing in those games, meaningful games where guys were not just getting reps, but getting, real game time experience. Is there any kind of benefit, or what do you think the impact is of playing in a spring like that and coming into for the preparedness here for this fall?
Well, to me, it dates back really to the fall of last year, where as much as it was not great for us to be not, playing, our freshmen, which is a really strong, large class, they got a chance instead of 3 weeks to get ready. They essentially had 6 months. So it carries over now. As far as this being hard on our kids, they're young. I think it's been harder on the coaches, to be honest with you. We're used to sort of a different tempo in the spring, and it seems like our summer was about 3 weeks.
Right.
But the kids, they're ready to go. I do feel with Tanner in particular, our quarterback, he's only been with us since January. So there's some residual benefit for us getting back after it. And, I thought we finished on a good note. We had really good energy and a productive summer. And I think we're ready to go. And, no worse for the wear.
Well, you kind of segued in there where we're going to go next. Let's go a little offense, defense talking here. Start on the offensive side. You mentioned your quarterback, Tanner Bernard, there. Had a really good, good spring campaign that saw that offense uptick a little bit from previous seasons. Talk a little bit about what you expect out of your offense this year. Maybe if there are any, some guys that you expect to step up and be leaders.
Well, Tanner was just dropped in our lap, and he's, as we've had some really good quarterbacks here, and he's one of them. We can build our offense around him. Our playbook isn't limited. He's an experienced kid. He's an adequate runner, real smart. And so we kind of didn't really take his car out of the garage in the spring. I think now we're ready to really kind of put him on display. And the fact that he's elected captain as a guy that's only been with us for less than a year kind of shows you what his teammates think of him. But, for 4 years here, Caleb Smith's, arguably one of the best players in the league, and health has been an issue. We're moving him back to running back. We tried him in the slot. And I think a healthy Caleb Smith makes all of our jobs a lot easier, including me, the play caller, but certainly Tanner as well. And he's a guy, along with Ed Newman, who is a first-team all-conference guy, got some All-American stuff. He's back for a 5th year. Dynamic tight end. Guys played a lot of snaps for us, along with Dylan Costello, another captain. Seems like he's been here 7-8 years. You add his brother in there, and we've had Costello's playing here for close to a decade. So We're excited about those guys. But really, our offensive line's got to be completely rebuilt. We lost all 5 starters, and that's a big task right now. And we'll go as far as they take us. If they can, gel together, we got a chance to be pretty good.
I think you're right. More than most about how important those trenches are. And I think on the other side of the ball, as we look to defense, you've got a couple leaders there, but you also have some leaders in your defensive backfield, including one that really, was like gangbusters last year in Will Pickering, coming in as the ODAC Rookie of the Year, first teamer. Talk a little bit about what you expect out of your defensive unit this year.
Well, I've been going against him for 8 days and it hadn't been fun. And Will's not fun. Will's not fun to get. He gets to places we're not used to seeing guys get to. Our secondary is a real strength. And I haven't said that in a while, since like maybe Bill Duty was running around for us. We got a lot of experience, a lot of depth. And we're excited. Jordan Fields is a kid that's really coming to his own. So we can trot some guys out there. We can do a lot with our coverages, but really Will sets the tone. The defense we run, if you have a dominant nose tackle and a dominant safety, it makes life really easy. And with Mike Harris and Will, we feel we have both. So I'm excited. I think this could be a special defense for us.
Outstanding. And I think the rest of the league is going to be competitive this season, but nobody cares what I think. We want to hear what you think about the conference, but the conference looks a little different this year than it has in the past. No more Emory and Henry with them moving to Division II. So they're out of the league picture now. And then the 2-year associate membership with Southern Virginia is complete. So down to 7 teams here in the ODAC this year before Favret joins the conference next season for the 22-23 campaign. But talk a little bit about what you see from the conference this year and just how competitive you think it's going to be.
Well, it's old school. I mean, when I got here, that was it. We played 6 games. You don't really have much margin for error. That one less game really makes a big difference. And
it does.
You know, we're fortunate this year. We got 4 of the 6 at home. And I was telling my staff, if you look at our schedule, we play 2 conference games each month. When we only have 2 in October, we have 2 in November, 2 in September. Yeah, I mean, we're chasing Macon right now. I think there's no secret there. There's a reason they got 6 first place votes, and you know, they are a touchdown away from winning 3 straight ODAC. So we got it. The league's got to figure out a way to slow them down, and we'll gladly root for every team that's playing Macon. But there's some, you know, WNL hasn't played in 2 years. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on with them. I really expect Ferrum to be dramatically improved. They got some real good young players, and of course Bridgewater's not going away. So it's the ODAC. I mean, you know, it's a cliche, but you know, you got to win your home games, and you show up not to play one week against anybody, you're going to lose. So yeah, I'm you know, I've been doing this enough. I mean, it's a well-coached league, and nobody has a tremendous advantage in terms of being able to get kids in or anything like that. It's tough. So, but I'm glad to see we're back in the conversation. It's 2019 seems like a long time ago for us.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to seeing you specifically in your squad get back out there, but also the rest of the league as we look forward to what is hopefully a more normal situation here as we go through a full fall season. Coach, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, we'll find out early, JJ. We got Baldwin Wallace coming in here September 4th. We haven't played a team from Ohio in a long, long time. So, yeah, that'll be an exciting first weekend, and be nice to have the fans back as well. Go Tigers. I appreciate it, JJ. Thanks a lot.
Hey, that's a hop, skip, and a jump from where I grew up. I know Baldwin Wallace very well. I grew up 15 minutes away. So Yellow Jackets come in. I have no loyalty for them and their non-conference team. So I can tell you, go ahead and beat them.
All right. I appreciate it, JJ. Thanks.